Continue our conversations with the 17 candidates for Denver mayor. I am joined now by Renate Behrens. Renate, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
So this is your first foray into public service, and I think a lot of people would run for an HOA board or a neighborhood commission or something like that. You're going straight for the most powerful position in Colorado, mayor of Denver. Why is that your strategy?
And it's the hardest job I can imagine. But I am willing to do that. This country didn't do anything for me, but now I am willing to do something for my country and serve as Denver mayor. That's what I would like to do.
What do you mean the country didn't do anything for you?
I do not have any health insurance. I do not have any social security. I have nothing because I'm stupid.
Because you're stupid?
Yes.
Well, I don't believe that. But why is that?
I was a caregiver. And taking care of a person is great fun. It's fun every day. It's no job. It's nothing. You are just going to pieces and you are not paid for that. I came to Denver for love, for just a second. I have to sort my words. I came to Colorado for love. But it turned out that it was human trafficking. And I had to get married, of course, because of the immigration rules, and had to take care of my husband. He had a very severe case of Alzheimer. And he and his adopted daughter agreed on luring a German workhorse over here to do the job. And that was me.
How many years ago was that?
It was 2008.
And you chose to stay?
Yes, I was in love with that guy. Stupid me.
And you said you enjoyed the caregiving?
No.
You didn't enjoy the caregiving?
No. It's hard work, Kyle. It's hard work. Yeah, it's 24/7.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't doubt that at all. I misunderstood you. I thought you said that you enjoyed
my
work.
kind of humor. Sometimes it's just the irony.
I see. We'll sort that out by the end.
And before, I took care of my mother in Germany for a long time. So in the end, half of my adult lifetime, I was a caregiver, not paid.
So let's talk about why you want this job.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I need a job, and I want this job. I will do this right now and start all over with Michael Hancock. Before he has to leave.
So caregiving for the city. It's a big job. I mean, there's 7,500 employees, city of Denver. It's a $3.76 billion budget. Do you have experience that you think will lend you to dealing with an operation of that size?
I don't know about the many zeros. You know, I'm not used to zeros. But there is a whole staff of experts. And being a mayor is never a lonely job. It's a teamwork with everybody who is willing or an expert to do the job. It's not my lonely job.
So if the experts are there to run some of the gears and the levers of the city, what would you bring in as mayor?
I would bring in the life on the lowest level as a homeless person that didn't know where to let her hair down or where to let the pants down if I had to do something. And I would start with the homeless people. And I know there is a lot of governmental or city-owned land somewhere else that's not beyond the moon. It's somewhere in reach where we could establish some prefabricated row houses. I learned about that. This is second-hand, you know. These houses are made of cupboard of cupboard and wood, and they are just for a short time. These houses were occupied by forced labor people. I learned that in the internet, and they are for sale for a very cheap price, 25 to 30,000 bucks for a row of 6 apartments. It's just the minimum to keep your constitutional rights. It's a room with a bed and a table and a chair, and you have a shower, you have heating, you have light. the minimum, the bare minimum to survive. And I would do that. And the homeless people will be happy about that, and they will pay for that. And I would not give them strong rules. You are not supposed to do this, that. No, I wouldn't. I would let them calm down to get the feeling of security. Here I am secure, I am safe. Nobody can take anything away from me. Nobody can tell me that I'm not allowed to watch TV or something. I would just treat them, of course, like you and me, because they are like you and me.
I believe you're one of 2 candidates in the race who has experienced homelessness at some point in their life. What is it that you think that someone who has never lived through that experience can understand about it?
They always think that the homeless people wanted that. But nobody wants to be homeless, but everybody wants to be mayor. No, they cannot understand that. They are so secure and maybe somehow wealthy, they cannot imagine how it is if you do not have a place to stay. And you are running the whole day to do some paperwork with the agency. You just do not have the time to slow down and to enjoy life. You cannot enjoy life.
You'll hear this idea that the homeless community in Denver should be separated into 2 groups. And there's blame cast on one group, that it's their fault that they're on the streets. And that there's another group that's blameless and that we should help those folks first. In your experience, do you see that divide? When you look at the homeless community, what do you see?
I do not want that. I see everybody like you and me. I would never divide them, never ever. I would be able to support them with a minimum of the constitutional rights, with a place to stay, maybe for half a year or for 1 year. And I would give them the opportunity to do what they want. If they want to study at night school or whatever, they can do that. If they want to watch TV, they can do that. I would like to let them act like us. Nobody tells me what I have to do, generally, and I wouldn't tell them what they have to do.
You have some big ideas that include getting cars out of downtown Denver.
Yes.
Why?
We have a big brown cloud, and if I were a witch, I would take my broom and sweep it away. That doesn't work, even if I were a witch. And these brown clouds are made by all of us. I drive a car too, but I have a hybrid. And if we can get the cars out of the city, there would be some space for having some housing for the homeless. And I'll tell you how. I am in favor of public transportation. We in Europe, I'm European, we have a lot of experience in that. We have had our ups and downs, our failures and our big successes. And free public transportation, that would be it. So the commuters would be able to ride very relaxed towards their job and work more efficiently than before. And they do not need any parking space. So we can turn their parking lots into little gardens or parks, or put these row houses for the homeless in there. And by the time it will pay, of course, it takes a long, long time, and there are many, many resistances to meet. Yeah, my things, the things I would like to do are not very popular, and there are too many people that are rich, and they are happy with the situation we have now.
So when you talk about European-style public transit, things like that, you know some people are going to say, well, that sounds like socialism to me. And you've said a little socialism is good for the country.
A little socialism wouldn't hurt. It's already here. Social security and so on. You can say, of course it's here. But socialism means do not take away anything from people, and they don't. They don't. They have their private property, they have their enterprises, they have everything they want. It's just the idea, give the people what they need. Give the people the most necessary things. So they are being treated like human beings. That's my idea. It's not pure socialism, I guess, but that's what I want.
You've said that one reason that you're running for Denver mayor is because you need a job.
Yes.
If you don't get this job, there are 16 other applicants. What kind of other work would you like to do?
I am not willing to scrub toilets. I was looking for a job for a long time, and that was the only job that somebody offered to me. They think I would roll right away into my coffin, but I'm not that way. I would jump into my coffin or casket when I think the time is right. So I don't know. I would love to work with people. And yesterday I was interviewed, and I told the interviewer I would like to have a job with customers, with unhappy customers, customers who have to complain and are really in need of a solution. That's what I would like.
That sounds like government work to me.
Maybe.
Renate Behrens, thank you for your time. I appreciate it very much.
Thank you very much. I feel honored to be here.
Thank you for coming in.